Welcome everybody. My name is Russ Field, and today I'm going to be your host, and I'm going to be the host with the most, calling in from rainy Vancouver. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody, no matter where you are. We had a little bit of a welcome session a few minutes ago. We have people from the Philippines, Uganda in Africa. We have people all over the north, south, east, west United States, people from Canada, and individuals from Jamaica. So if I've missed people who are Americans, but they're right now in the UK, which is fabulous. So welcome everybody, no matter what time it is. Our goal today is to spend about 25 to 30 minutes with you talking about Pro One Plus Global, the future of business. This is actually, we just actually are in our what we would call our soft launch. So what we're going to be doing is talking about what we are as a company, why we're here, and how we can ultimately bless what we hope is your family as we go through this process together. So whenever we're talking about money, what we need to do is we need to have a little bit of a disclaimer. And with respect to anything we're going to be showing today, the following examples are for illustration purposes only and are not a guarantee of the commissions you'll receive or the size of the community will build. What a person receives is based on their individual work ethic and other factors beyond your or our control. So what's in the name Pro One Plus Global? Why did we name this Pro One Plus Global? Well, number one is we are a state-of-the-art professional business development platform. So if you're one of those individuals who's out there in the world, there's 1.7 to 2.5 billion people, that's with a capital B, who are what we would consider unbanked. They're individuals who have a massive amount of gumption. They're part of countries which are in the process of becoming, newly industrialized. They're moving very swiftly through, all of the different technological epochs that we've gone through in necessarily in the West, but it's happening almost instantaneously for you. Many have smartphones, but they don't necessarily have a platform to be able to use to be able to express themselves in a certain way to be able to move forward. And what we wanted to create here is really a professional development platform, a hybrid platform that people would have an opportunity to, really plug themselves into to be able to learn and ultimately become a professional at business development for themselves. So that's the pro part in our name. The one, this is really, in our soft launch right now, what we're doing is we're looking for leadership. We're looking for those people who, can take the vision that we have and move forward with that and really bless their families around them in the community. So really it comes down to you, and you are the one in our name. So the power of one is really that person, which we believe is you who's listening right now, who has the ability to make a difference in your community, because now you have the tool set and the education to be able to follow up on that tool set to really make a really incredible impact for those people who are around you. The plus in our name is really where you have an opportunity to earn globally on value price product that we're going to be building up in our plus store and services, which ultimately are going to be coming through vendors, and they're going to drop ship right to your door. So that's a really, really cool thing we have, which we're really excited about. And right in our name, you see the infinity sign, which basically is bringing the two O's together. And that's what we call our proprietary infinity loop plan. And it has an opportunity as a one-level affiliate program. This is the coolest thing about this. We're a 1 and a 2-level affiliate pay plan, opportunity from the marketing side of things, from the financial side of things. And what we've created took over 20 years in development, and we were able, because of the miracle of computers getting so fast now, that we have an opportunity to be able to pay you to infinity, but everything actually only happens on the first level. It's the most amazing thing, and it's one of the reasons as a compensation plan consultant in the industry for over 20 years, which I have been, and other people who've been working with us, one of the reasons why we chose to come in and help launch everything, do it in such a way that we could bring this to the most people globally as fast as we possibly could. So let's just talk a little bit about the sharing economy and how it's going to help you. So, POPG, and this is what we affectionately call, Pro One Plus Global. We shorten it down to POPG. When we do stuff on social media, it's going to be called Get Popping or Get Poppin', POPPIN or POPPING, if you want to hashtag it. But it's an exciting and proprietary marketing system that aligns itself with what is called the new sharing economy. We're going to talk about that for the next few minutes. It is a very unique compensation plan, which I touched upon. Our sharing economy model is a team cooperative effort based, which provides members the means to share an individualized project. And we're going to show you those. We've got about 18 different projects. You can do your own, of course, but we've created templates for that within our team building website. Commissions from the sales of goods and services with respect to anything we have at POPG are, of course, able to push toward any project you see fit for you or your family. So let's talk about the sharing economy really quickly. This circle here with the arrow shows an upward trajectory of the companies that are in the new sharing economy from 2012 to 2018, and that's going to continue to grow. So what we have is a new market niche, a new market channel, something that's very exciting, something that enables you as an entrepreneur to go, wow, this is really cool. I have the ability to go and talk to people and see if they have any sort of projects that they need money for, and just say, hey, you got a project you need money for? Yeah, I do, because everybody does. No matter if you're a person from, Africa or Asia, North America, or South America, it doesn't matter where you're from. Europe, the bottom line is that you have a project you need some money for. So it's a very, very simple concept for us to reach out, touch someone, with that concept. And, here's the engine. And it's really interesting is that it's so exciting that from 2018 all the way up to 2025, it's expected that, this specific market is going to grow by a 10x, from 330 billion to about 300 billion. So what we wanted to do is really create an entrepreneurial platform to be able to access that, to be able to grow with that, to be able to access those 1.7 to 2.5 billion unbanked globally, with everything template-driven Mobi sites. What does that mean? Mobi is mobile. We believe that 80% of people today don't use computers anymore. They actually use their mobile site. So everything that we do from the website, see us with pro1plusglobal.com, has been built in the actual platform that you have an opportunity to be able to utilize as you're using peer-to-peer social sharing model that we have. And of course, everything we do is going to be fully automated and extremely simple. Every single individual that I tend to surround myself with always has the KISS, what we call the KISS technique, which is keep it simple, superstar. Keep it simple, superstar. I know you're thinking about something else, but it's keep it simple, superstar. We want everyone to be superstars, and we want you to keep it simple. So there's 3 ways to participate, and we have up to an 85% payout. First is a trial member. Now this is super cool, is you could share FastTrack, Infinity Pack, any of the products in the Plus store as they come to fruition over the next few weeks, and you can receive full commission. I'm going to say that again because this is something that you don't ever see with any other company out there, and there's a reason why we did that. You can basically be in a position to share this with anybody you want globally, and as they come in and become an affiliate member and purchase that product or service from POPG, as a trial member, you'll receive all of the monies that are allotted to you based on that specific subscription. Now, that's very different than everything out there. And the reason is because we want people who, have the dream to be entrepreneurs, but they might be in a rough spot. We want them to have the ability to be able to come and take part in our FastTrack or our Infinity, because the amount of learning that's in there to be able to help them move on faster. So you might be in a community that might, for whatever reason, have some economic challenges or maybe economic disparity. You know what? That's okay. We now have given you the opportunity to go out to all of those masses of people and say, look, now we have something that we can do. We can do this together. We can build it very fast. And the coolest thing is that, any of those commissions that happen, they're going to accrue in your wallet. You're going to get a wallet. And as soon as it hits that FastTrack, to be able to get those services to learn, you're going to be in a position that you can now have an opportunity to be able to learn with us and grow your community even faster. So this is always about, how do we grow our communities faster? How do we bless more people quicker? And that's one of those ways is FastTrack. Now, everything we do it on a 28-day cycle. So for 39 US every 28 days, people are going to be able to have an opportunity to get a bunch of products and services that are going to help them as entrepreneurs be able to get into the community a lot faster. So this is just showing you really quickly how the money flows. If you just share 2 people the FastTrack platform, what's going to happen is you're going to make $50. So even if you're a free trial member, or if you're a FastTrack member, the bottom line is, if you help 2 people FastTrack, you're going to make $25 times 2, which is $50, which is a lot more than 39. So guess what? You're in a position where you paid for it once, or maybe you got to work. You got off your rusty dusty. You cleaned off the sandals and you moseyed on down the road, and now you're in a position where you've gone from free trial or a trial member to a FastTrack member because the commissions are paid out the way they are. And that's really to be able to help guide you and kind of push you with 2 hands to get you to the next level. How do we get you to the next level of learning to put you in a position to grow more? And then, of course, that then moves to the Infinity member, which is $135 per 28-day cycle. Now, this is the cool thing about a 28-day cycle. Being an individual who's been a consultant in the industry for so long, I love the 28-day cycle, because what it does, it gives us another 28 days in a full calendar year to be able to be in a position to make more commission as we grow our community. That's why I love that. And the coolest thing with us is, if you just get, in this case, I'll just show you, if you share with 3 and you get the full, program, what's going to happen is you're going to get, 25 times 3, which is $75, plus you're going to get $60 on the Infinity side, so therefore it's $135. So the cool thing is, if you just get 3 members at the Infinity level, guess what? You're going to have enough commission to always pay your 28-day cycle. So our goal is to ultimately really only be in a position where you pay for this once out of your pocket. So it's coming from your wallet into the program to be able to pay. And then because you did something, because you acted, because you got busy, now you have a business that's basically, in essence, self-propelling itself and paying for itself month over month. Really, really important to know that. So understand that our intention and our execution based on what we have done is to make it as simple as we possibly can for every person in the world to become not only just an affiliate member of POPG, but to have an opportunity with a little bit of work to be able to move into the higher level of services so that they can ultimately learn more, use those tools that are business building tools to grow their communities faster. Spent a little bit of time on this page, but that was very, very important so that you understand the difference between, I think that would be a major market difference between us and most other companies out there, because we could have simply just said, hey, we'll pay out 25% for trial members, 75%. No. We're paying it all up. Okay? So that's really exciting. So what do you get if you're a trial member? So it's very important so that they know that there's value in becoming a trial member at least, so that they can start moving forward. Well, first thing, you're going to get MobiRise, which is a simple website builder, and the template. Next, you're going to get business building tools, which will enable you to be able to go into a fully operational back office and help you at that point be in a position to be able to manage your business. Because a lot of times what happens is when different companies start, and I've been around the industry for a long time, done probably over 100 to 150 million in sales in the last 15 years, and I've been at the C-level side, on the executive side, as well as the business building side, where I generally build teams around the 40 to 50,000 person range in about 18 months. And the one thing about being on kind of both sides of the coin is I found that a lot of companies that are in the position like us, where we're just launching, they have a very scant management system in their back office. They just kind of have something that they slapped up. What we have is something that is very, very well thought out. It's fully populated, and it's going to continue to grow, because at the end of the day, if you're an entrepreneur, you need the opportunity to be able to grow your business, but you also need to have the understanding that you need to go inside your business sometime and see what's going on and go, man, I need some of these tools in order to manage my business, to help my people, and really isolate where the pockets of growth are, where I can help those individuals out and the people who might not be doing so well as well. So we've put all that stuff in, and I'll do a back office walkthrough, afterwards for you as well. Okay, we live in an age of social media. We're very, very fortunate. Now, there's a right way to do social media, and there's a way that's not so right to do social media. So we brought some people on who are experts in this field who can help us out. But we actually have a free social media marketing center with about 500 or 600 beautifully crafted memes that you have the opportunity to be able to share those on social media, which we hope is going to gain people who are liking them, people who might be commenting on the meme of the day or whatever it is sharing, and that's going to give you an opportunity, even as a trial member, because you're going to have access to that, to be able to garner leads that you can ultimately talk to and see if they want to come on board at whatever level that they choose. And of course, our educational tool chest, which we're going to be working, Joe and myself, we're going to be working on the training on the what we call the DIPA. DIPA is an acronym for Daily Income Producing Activity. If you don't have a daily income producing activity, and I don't care if you have a brick and mortar business or if you have an online, offline business, whether you're a mechanic who has their own shop or whether you're Amazon, the bottom line is every entrepreneur needs to wake up every morning. You need to jump out of bed because your dream's so big, and you need to have the opportunity from a mentorship point of view to be able to pull from an educational tool chest to be able to learn, how to be disciplined enough, what to do, how do we do a 72-hour launch, how do we make a name list, what type of, what would be the difference between an individual who is an influencer versus a non-influencer, and how do I talk to those individuals? All of those little things, we've got a vast amount of experience for building these huge organizations, over the last 20, 30 years. And what we're doing is for free, we're pouring all of that into our educational tool chest, and you're going to see that build and build and build up. And of course, as you go FastTrack and as you go Infinity, there's going to be more information that you'll have access to because everything we do is dynamic programmed, which means based on the level of participation as you grow and build your community. We're going to basically keep more educational material on you because we believe you're a responsible entrepreneur who has the ability to be able to grow yourself in such a manner and grow your community as you take on that responsibility as you make, as you're growing your team. So here's some of the benefits. FastTrack, of course, is $39 for the 28-day cycle. You get MobiRise, the social media marketing center, FastTrack level, back office management platform, just like a free trial member. And then what we're doing is introducing Max Steingart Online Success Course Lite. Now, Max has helped hundreds of thousands of people learn over the last 15 years how to properly, professionally, and elegantly position themselves on social media to create relationships and to isolate those people that would make the most sense based on the specific opportunity. In this case, our opportunity is very global. It's very all-encompassing that pretty much everybody can join. But Max has been helping a lot of different companies in the home-based industry. He's very, very good at what he does. And we're just in the process of, having the content come in our back office right now because, being a soft launch company, it's very exciting for me. I can't wait for it to be able to use it ourselves. But Max is very, very good at becoming the father of social networking. And then we got PopCard, Digital Business Card Lite. So PopCard is a digital business card sharing platform that's a tool. It's a business building tool that makes it really simple for you to be basically just have your phone, and QR code it or send a message to someone else. And all of the information on the marketing side is available for those people who you're dealing with out there, as you're dealing with people face to face with your cell phone, or even if you're dealing with people who are online. It's all integrated and tied into the system, and you're going to also receive the value and the benefits from starting to use the PopCard digital pop for that. Education, training, and support with our tool chest to round that out. Now, let's move on to the Infinity member. Infinity member is $135. You're going to be able to get the entrepreneurial platform with the different 18, client sites that you can simply share with, or even use the web design tool. That's up to you, depending upon what you want to do. You're going to get the Pop Card Premium, and that's everything that you're going to get in the FastTrack side. But what we're doing is we're adding more ways to be able to utilize the card to be able to grow your community even faster. So remember, to whom much is given, much is required. Not necessarily required with respect to anything except for getting your quality attention in line with what you're learning, so you can grow as fast as you possibly can utilizing the tools. Of course, we got Max Steingart Premium, where he's going to help you safely grow, target your leads, help you create free leads for your business as you grow. We got our MMS Bootcamp. Now, this is really, really exciting, and I really love this, is that we have millionaire mentors, companies that have been training the masses for 50, 60, 70, 80 years, some of them, and having them come in and every day having kind of like a quote of the day that helps you, really set your level of attention when you come to the back office. And then every week to have, a very simple kind of like a one-page learning concept where every week, you'll be able to come into and have a master trainer just for about 25 minutes, train you about how to move yourself from peak to peak. And being in this industry for so long, what I've noticed is when people are like, when you're maybe a teacher or a male person, or maybe you've been in the military for a long period of time, and you see something that like you're looking at right now that's an opportunity, never been an entrepreneur before, and then you get involved and then you make very good money. Let's say you make $2, $3, $5, $10, $1,000, a month in it, you're doing it and everything's going and cranking, but you're still doing your job on the side. And then all of a sudden you make the decision one day and say, I'm going to leave my job and become a full-time entrepreneur. Well, that is a lot easier said than the execution of it long time. And I've seen a lot of people, really fall by the wayside, because what happens is when you have a job that you've been used to going to for a long time, there's a certain, ingrained requirement from the people who you're doing that job for, that you show up at a certain amount of time. There's a certain level of discipline that you need to have to be able to execute on a daily basis on that job. And it's a wonderful thing because it teaches us so much about what we need to be, with respect to better people. You might not like your job. You might not like the people you're with. That's why we're going to be doing, POPG and helping you ultimately get out of it. But the thing is once you transition to a full-time entrepreneur, do you have the ability at that point to get out of the little jar you're in and to get in the bigger jar, and then to get into the bigger jar, or to go peak, peak, peak? And you notice on all of our social media, pretty much everything has, shows a bunch of peaks of mountains, because we want you to be able to climb the mountain and have a mindset that once you peer over that mountain, you go, wow, the world's so much bigger. And then what we can do is we can mentor you and train you to go to the next mountain. And I'm super excited about the MMS Bootcamp, and that's going to be built on a week-to-week basis as we grow. And then every couple of weeks, probably about every 21 days, we're going to bring in, one of the big trainers for, a 1.5 hour session where they're just going to give. And you have an opportunity to learn more about yourself. The more you learn about yourself and the more that you want to possess the education, move on, the more ability you're going to have to build your community quicker. And you want more people in your team to be at the infinity level so that they can have all of these services and be able to grow. Of course, our Pop Health and Wellness store, that's going to be growing over time, and it's going to give you top health and wellness products at a great price. And then we're going to have a 2-level affiliate system on that. That'll be, the Pop Health, it'll be paid out, every month with respect to that. So let's dive into the money a little bit here. So FastTrack Entrepreneurial Platform pays up to 82%, whereby in the first generation, so these are the people who you personally enroll, you're going to get $25. On the second generation, you're going to get $7. So therefore, we're paying out $32 out of the $39. Now, we have a global payment system that's ready to go. It pays out to 200 countries. So we're very excited about that. You're going to get paid instantly to your wallet. Now, I'm going to preface this. When you start up with us, the first 7 days, or the first 7 days, what's going to happen is the commissions that you're entitled to are going to hold in your wallet. So they're going to hold. You're not going to have the ability to take them out of your wallet instantaneously until the 8th day. There's a couple different reasons based on, where things are happening globally for that. But it just made sense for us to put a 7-day hold on your commissions from the first day that you enroll your first person, and then on the 8th day you'll have access to be able to do what you want in your wallet. And then from then on, anything that happens in your business outside of the Pop Plus store, you're going to get paid instantly on it, which is really, really exciting. Get paid up to 82% FastTrack. Now on the Infinity side, it's for the entrepreneurs looking for a full business solution. It pays up to 87%, whereby 84 US out of the 96. Because remember, if you pay 39 and 96, what does it equal? It equals 135. That's the full Infinity level where we have FastTrack embedded inside it. But the Infinity portion of that 135 is actually $96, and we're paying out up to 84 of the $96, and that's every 28-day subscription. So you're going to get paid up to 87% in Infinity, and it is a true peer-to-peer entrepreneurial platform. I'll talk a little bit about how we're different than everything else you've ever seen in a minute. Due to our one-level proprietary compression coding, you do get paid to Infinity. So if you have business that's 20, 30, 40, 50, 70 levels deep, you're going to have an opportunity to be able to make commissions off of that, but it's all going to come to your first level, which is really, really cool. Our Pop Health and Wellness store is a 2-level affiliate compensation plan. There's 0 front loading. So everything I'm going to be talking about is always, you're a free, you're a trial member, you're at $39 of FastTrack, or you're an Infinity member. So it's ongoing income, so at the end of the day, you have the opportunity to make, because we're paying out so much, a very high income for smaller teams, which is something that I think everybody who's on this call could be really, really excited about. We're going to show the money in a second. And we got the hottest services in the market at value-driven prices. That's so important. See, we have a compensation plan that's an absolute just fantastic. A pay plan that's fantastic on the Infinity side. But the thing is we wanted to make sure that everything that you had an opportunity to share out in the marketplace was going to be, something that you'd be proud to market, something that you'd be proud to put your name behind, so that you feel good about yourself when you wake up and say, look, not only am I making great money and I have a team of growing, entrepreneurs in my community who are thriving, but I'm happy to be able to have an opportunity to give part of MAP, to give part of the MMS food store, to have those Pop Wellness store products that continue to grow over a weekly and monthly basis to people who are in our community globally. So it's something that's very exciting. And of course, we're always fully automated. And what is it? KISS, keep it simple, what? Superstar. Okay, and that's Pro One Plus Global. Holy smackers, we're into the money already, and I'm super excited to know what to do here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make an assumption. I usually don't like making too many assumptions, but I'm going to make a few. The first one is, if you notice the POPG building calculator here, and I'm going to read the disclaimer on the calculator. The calculator is for illustrative purposes only. It is not a guarantee or indication of your potential financial future success. Use this tool to set, work towards, and achieve your goals. So you notice right at the top of the calculator it says goal one time out of pocket $39 for FastTrack or $135 for Infinity. Now, what our goal to do right now utilizing this tool is to show you that if you change the variables in this tool, that means people who are personally referred on the left-hand side, how many people that they personally enroll, and how many compressed levels, and even whether people are purchasing the FastTrack or Infinity, to give you a little bit of an opportunity to understand what would be the goal, or what would be the plan. What do they say? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So our goal is to really give you a concrete plan mathematically, that if you follow that plan, you have an ability to only pay one time out of pocket. It's very, very important that you learn that, and you teach that as a business culture to your community. So if you look at the blue section in the top here, it says description, variables. Variables are the only things that we can change in this calculator. You're going to have access to this as an affiliate member in your back office. We have coded members. Those are the people who were shared through the proprietary plan up to your first level. And as levels progress, you're going to see coded members are going to go from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 16 to 32. It doubles, which means you have an opportunity to have that doubling go to Infinity, which is really exciting. Coded commissions, which is connected to the coded members. Bonus or no bonus, and we'll talk about that in a sec. And then the amount of total in your group. And of course, we have it isolated of how much money you're going to make in FastTrack, and what your total potential weekly, as well as monthly, as well as yearly income could be if those numbers were attained. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with you're a person. Notice it says infinity yes or no. It says no. So you're a person who is simply, you've come in, you might be a trial member, and you're like, okay, so I'm a trial member, or maybe you're a FastTrack member, you paid the $39, and you're like, well, okay, well, what would happen if I put 2 FastTrack members? So that's the variable. Personal referrals are referred to. Well, looking at that, if you go to FastTrack every 4 weeks, it's $50. What does that mean? That means in the first generation of your FastTrack, you've simply made 25 times 2, which is $50. Okay, well, guess what that means? That means that you've covered the next month's subscription. So as long as you have 2 people who are in FastTrack personally with you, guess what? You're in a position where you're always covered. Okay, the next one here is how do I auto upgrade for free? So let's say it says your personal referrals is 3 and your referrals average is 1. Now notice there's no infinity people here. So this is everybody coming in at FastTrack. Well, the thing is, if you personally refer 3 people, that's going to be on your first generation, 25 times 3. So 25 times 3 is 75. Now, if each of those 3 people, it says referrals average. If each of those 3 people only refer 1 person, on the second level, you're going to get $7. Well, 7 times 3, because 3 people enrolled 1, 7 times 3 is 21. 21 and 75 is what? Is 96. So let's say you were a FastTrack member already. You've already paid the $39 yourself, and you're sitting there going, well, how do I go to infinity really quick? Well, one of the ways to do that is just, personally put in 3 people and help your 3 people each get 1. If you do that, you're going to have another $96 in your wallet. And you're going to, if you have auto upgrade on, you're going to automatically upgrade into the infinity level. Okay. Now, let's say, you have an opportunity to be able to put in infinity members. Well, what this means here is that if you put in 3 people, right? So you put in 3 people, and this is you're just starting out. So this week you say, hey, what would be my goal this week? Well, let me share this with 3 people and have 3 infinity members come in. Well, if you do that, what's going to happen is your coded commission over the 4 weeks is going to be, because you put in those 3 people, is going to be 60, and then the FastTrack is going to be 75. So the 60 and the 75 is 135 over those 4 weeks. So therefore, you're in a position to do what? You just receive enough commission to be able to pay your next business cycle. Okay, so now that we've got the power of 3 done, let's build upon the power of 3 and start talking a little bit about, how we move this forward. Now, the cool thing is we only have 3 titles. Now, that's kind of weird. You come into a home-based business and you have 3 titles. Why only 3 titles? Well, remember, you're talking to one of the guys that helps build a lot of these company compensation plans on the behavioral side. So it's not just what you pay out; it's what behavior is derived from the compensation plan. Generally, what companies ask us to do when we're building comp plans for them is to have, anywhere from about 5 to about 9 different ways or bonuses to make money, and, as many titles as we can throw in there, usually between 6 and even up to about 30 titles. Now, the thing is that each one of those titles represents what they would call breakage to the company, because the company knows that as people are building, they're not going to be able to hit. For those of you on this call, and I'm kind of talking to leaders here, you guys understand what breakage is in the company. Well, we wanted to decrease all of those different kind of what we would call the glass pyramid in the compensation plans, create something that was so simple that everybody really had to achieve. So even if you're a person who's coming on board and you enroll 1 individual at the infinity level, you're going to have an opportunity to be able to hit a 10%, what they call a bronze silver bonus on their coded commission. In this case, looking at this calculator here, the variables are, we have bronze, we have silver, and we have gold. Those are our 3 titles. One pays 10% matching bonus. The other one, silver, which means you personally enrolled 4, is 20%. And once you personally enrolled 8 or above, you're going to receive a 40% matching gold bonus on top of that. And that's a comp plan. very, very simple. Now, the cool thing with this is first of all, we've already ascertained that you've gotten you've realized that I'm going to build a culture of 3 because I want everybody getting their services free of 28 days. Wonderful. Okay, so we've got, I'm licking my finger. We've checklisted that off in the air. Checklist number 1, the power of 3. Great. Checklist number 2, how do I move myself forward because I want to be in a position because I'm working harder to be able to get more of a bonus. Well, I'm going to go in and just put one more individual personally in. So I'm going to share this with some people. And of course, the assumption that we're going to make now, if you notice in the bottom, it says infinity, yes or no, the variables. So we're going to have everybody coming in at the infinity level from here on out, okay? Because that's really where you want to be, because you want people to receive all of the knowledge and the tools to be able to build their communities faster on the infinity side. And because, of course, there's more that people are being given, there's a higher commission payout for you to have an opportunity to be able to earn, just like if you're working at a job selling, a baseline Mercedes versus, an AMG Mercedes. Same type of thing. The AMG, you're going to make more commission on it because it's got more, bells and whistles than the baseline does. Okay, nothing different. We've all been through this our whole life. So the cool thing is when you get 4, you're now at the silver bonus. You're going to get 20% on the coded commission you receive. You notice it's going down, though you're teaching your people to get 3, and it's compressed levels to 2. So looking at that, you have the number of coded members. So now you're in a position for the potential infinity coded commission to be 102 a week, which is 408 over 4 weeks. Your fast track is going to be 184. So now you're at $592 every 4 weeks. Notice there's less than 20 people in your total group. Look at that group total over on the right side, 16 people. So it's not 16 people coming in at $500 or $2,000 or $5,000, which so many people can't afford today. It's just people coming in to take part in a business building platform that's going to help them grow a community with great value-added products and services. So looking at that, there's 16 people on your team, 592. Well, what if 592? What if you had the ability to do this over the next few weeks? If you have student loans, would you start paying those student loans off? Maybe you have a little bit of credit card debt. I think they say between $300 and $500 would solve about 80% of the bankruptcies that occur on a monthly basis in the U.S., Canada, and most of Europe, like North America and Europe. So looking at that, that's a very, very significant number for people. If you're part of one of the newly industrialized countries that, in the Pacific Rim, an extra pretty close to 600 US a month, that's life-changing. So it's something that's, with only 16 people, you think about how fast individuals can build communities in different areas of the world. 16 people or 16 families or 16 groups of families, because maybe they pooled the money to start off under one position. At the end of the day, it's not a lot to be in a position blessed by that right away. Here we have medical, maybe it costs a little to go to the doctor. At the end of the day, what our goal is to do is to help you, get those goals done so that you can create some happiness, a little bit more happiness, a little bit more ease around your life as you grow. Okay, so let's go to the next level here. Here we have that you're going gold. So now you got your stuff for free. Okay, check that off. Number 2, you yourself have moved to 4 because you wanted a 20% bonus. Well, that makes sense. You're teaching all your people the power of 3. And then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I want a little bit more. I want to be in a position to be able to grow my community more. I'm going to go get to work and I'm going to put a few more people in. So you put your 8 person in. Now you're at a 40% gold bonus. So you're sitting there going, okay, this is fantastic. So now what happens? Well, what happens now is you're going to go down to those people who you powered of 3 and said, hey, guess what? You're only getting a 10% bonus on your 3 people. Why don't we do this? Why don't we focus this week? And why don't we help you get that 4th person? And by getting that 4th person, now you're going to become a silver. And by being a silver, you're going to get a 20% silver bonus on the coded commissions that come in. And as the coded commissions come in, you're going to get that right away, which is great. And we're looking at here in the variables, we're going to only go down 3 levels. So you have 42 coded members with you that are shared from your organization or community in on your first level in the Infinity plan. But looking at this, you're looking at combined value between Infinity or the numbers between Infinity and FastTrack to be a little over $4,000 per month, or in this case, per 28-day cycle. So that's $53,000 a year. Now look at the group total, 136. Now some of you are sitting there right now and going, well, wait a second, the last thing I did, people were paying about $200 or $300 a month or whatever it is, and I had to have 400 people in my group to make an extra 50 grand a year. This is very, very different. I kind of call this the equalizer. This pay plan is the equalizer. This is going to pay you finally what you are worth. And it's simple so everybody can understand it. The power of 3, get your stuff for free. The next level, let's get one extra person to help you go silver. Well, they're going silver. What do? You're going to get a couple extra people and you're going to go gold. And that's it. And you're just going to start to build off of that. So looking at that, that's an extra $4,000. What if you're making an extra $4,000 on top of your profession? Maybe you're going to get a car that actually runs. I know some of you are driving those cars. I'm driving this car today, and my windows don't work. I've got I've got one of those coat hangers for for antenna or whatever it is. You know what? Those days are over with POPG. Get rid of that stuff. Wake up every morning, kick the devil in his butt, and go after it, because now you've got a platform that's going to pay you and pay your friends and everybody around you, if they choose, if you so choose, to put you in a financial position to change your life forever. Maybe you got a home loan. Maybe you want to start to pay down that home loan. See, just because you're making $4,000 a month doesn't mean that you take that and go, well, I'm going to quit my job. I wouldn't quit my job making an extra $4 grand a month. Not a chance. I would still do my job and I would double dip. Double dipping is a good thing. Are you going to be tired? Yeah, you're going to be tired for a little bit of time. But if you could even put in 3 or 6 extra months in your job while you're learning to be an entrepreneur, learning the discipline of when you leave that job, what are your daily income producing activities and how fast you're going to get them done a day. If you can do that and make that transition, then that's when you do it a little bit later. Pay down those debts. Get yourself debt free. I call it good planning. Get out of debt. Do that first, and then decide if you're going to do something full time. So an extra 53 grand is probably more than what a lot of people you're talking to make per year, US. I know that's a small fortune in other countries, and that might be the first kind of big title that you get people to, is developing that type of organization. But at the end of the day, the math works, and that's what you want to be in a position to do. So let's just move this forward a bit. For those of you who are bigger dreamers, you have the ability to build larger groups. So you've got your 8 people. You're helping your people who got their stuff free to go silver. They got their 4, their average referral is 4. And now you're going down, so you're building in depth. You're building this larger community, what they would call in depth. You're helping people on your team. You're feeding to the management software where people need help, and you're helping them go silver, get their product for free, go silver, and go gold. Well, looking at this, what's going to happen is you're going to have 186 coded members to you. You're going to make a little over $4,000 a week on the Infinity side, 424 per 4-week cycle on the FastTrack, which equals 17,000 every 28-day cycle. So it's about 225,000 a year. Probably what a GP makes working in an HOA in the US. 225,000. It's probably at this time that you start realizing that, hey, you know what? Time for me you should be giving back all the time. That's just my personal opinion. But hopefully you're giving back to people, certainly with an 225,000. But maybe you're going to give back to yourself. Maybe you've always wanted to go on a cruise somewhere. This looks like a lot of fun. I'm just looking at that basketball court as an ex-college player, just salivating. One of the funnest times I've ever had is I've been on one of the ships and I played ball the whole 7 days at sea. It was really, really cool. Just loved it. Maybe you're a person who's a fisher person. This is something that's really dear to my heart. Maybe you wanted that extra cabin to do the boating or whatever it is. Are you dreaming? Are you in a position where you're thinking, do you have the opportunity in your life to look at where things could be, and are you going after it? You can do that now with POPG. We're here to be able to help facilitate that. So looking at that, here you go. These are all different things that you have the possibility to do if you go out and you do the work, if you help develop your community, as you plug yourself, into the product and services that we have that are going to help that community grow at the FastTrack level and at the Infinity level. And at the end of the day, this is one of my favorite pictures, breaking the chains, having freedom to be able to do what you want to do, to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, and to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it and how you want to do it. No one can tell you otherwise. I just love that picture. It's one of my favorite pictures. The only thing I'd love to have this picture is have her doing that with the chain, overseeing a map as well. So getting launched, we have our trial member. If you like what you hear, maybe, life is, giving you a little bit of kicks here and there, and you just can't scrape up that fast track to be able to start. Well, you know what? You're a hard worker. Get in this thing and let's get going. Okay, that would be kind of like, if we talk about vehicles getting from point A to point B, you have certain goals. You want to get there in a certain amount of time. That means that you're kind of walking towards your goal. But you know what the most important thing is? You're walking. When you fall down, what do? You fall down forward. So you're always at least going towards your goal. I always tell people, never fall backwards, always fall forward. Number two, you're a FastTrack member. You're getting paid up to 82% two-level affiliate system, using those products, growing your community, because now you have a set of products, services, and business tools to help you move forward. You've got the ability at that point, kind of like a bite, to be able to move a little bit forward in your community and helping your members to be able to do that. Or you're an Infinity member. Look at that. That's a slide. I'll fix that in a second. On the Infinity member, you're looking for a home business that'll pay you finally what you're worth, that's going to make a difference immediately right now because you're getting the job done. And of course, that is flying towards your destination. So in our back office, I'm going to show you that right now. We have a bunch of different events for you. And the cool thing with respect to this is when it's red, it means it's already happened. When it's blue, it means it's going to happen. And when it's gray, it means we don't have anything there happening yet. The cool thing is with our calendar, you're always going to see Greenwich Mean Time in the UK, which gives everybody kind of, some people actually do their calendars that way. And then it's going to show you your time no matter where you are, whether you're in Africa, whether you're in North America, whether you're in Asia, whether you're in Europe, South America. It's going to show you where you are at that time and how many hours till it starts. And then in this open section here, there's going to be something you can cut and paste and send out to people. So this schedule is going